सर्वेश बाब, आम्ही जेन्ना फाटल्यान पळयता की ज्या प्रमाणे महिलांक जी महिलाची खरी शक्ती म्हणजे वुमन्स एम्पावरमेंट म्हणटा आणि जे शिवींग मशीन जे ज्या प्रमाणे प्रोवायड केला त्या बद्दल सांगात.
आज जाली एक थोडे म्हयने जाले मोहीन सराक आमी हांगा इनिशिएटीव आमी घेतलो की एक महिला भवन आसा हांगा. सो महिला भवनान मोहीन सरान जेन्ना म्हाका हांगा दाखयलें महिला भवन, तेन्ना आमी म्हणलें एक महिला भवनान महिला खातीर वुमन एम्पावरमेंटा खातीर कितें तरी करुया. सो फर्स्ट हांवें कितें केलें की एक इनिशियली वी आर इनटू मल्टिपल बिजनेसीस वीच इज वन ऑफ इट इज गारमेंट्स. गारमेंट्स म्हटले गव्हर्मेंट सप्लायज, प्रायवेट हॉस्पिटल्स, कंपनीज, प्रायवेट कंपनीज आमी गारमेंट सप्लाय करता. सो त्या हितून वी ऑलरेडी हॅविंग वन SSI युनीट इन फिलँड, वेरीन थंय एक ल्हान युनीट आसल्या कारणान आमी कितें केलें, फर्स्ट भायल्यान आमी शिवून हाडटाले. खंयच्यान सोलापूर जालें, कोल्हापूर जालें, मुंबय जालें, अशे युनिट्स आसतात. म्हणजे ऑलमोस्ट अरावंड एक 500 मशिनांची एक युनीट असतात. सो when I go there and when I see that particular unit, जितले व्हडले युनिट्स आसता आनी जितले लेडीज थंय काम करता, हांवें म्हणलें वाय कांट वी डू समथींग लायक दीस इन गोवा. सो हांवें हो एक प्रपोजल मोहन सरा कडेन शेअर केलो आनी सर म्हटलें रादर वी कॅन स्टार्ट समथींग वीच विल एम्पावर द वुमन ओवर हियर. सो आमी फर्स्ट इनिशिएटीव एज अ पायलट प्रोजेक्ट हांवें म्हटलें सर आय विल मेक शुअर दॅट इट इज नॉट समथींग वेरीन मशिनात दिली म्हणून जायना किंवा मशिनात एक दवरून फोटो काडलो आनी वुमन एम्पावरमेंट म्हणून जायना. वी हॅव टू सी समथींग वीच इज रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड. फर्स्टली रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड म्हटलें कितें, वन्स you support them in terms of machine dile, you train them and then basically you educate them and basically get some orders also give them. आता आज कितें आसा, वुमन एम्पावरमेंट म्हटले आमी मशीन्स प्रोवायड केले आनी तांकां समज कामूच ना, वेर डू दे गेट द ऑर्डर्स फ्रॉम? घरा कडेन बसून कोणाची एक ल्हान ऑर्डर हे जावं शकता. बट एज अ युनीट आज आमी कितें केल्लें आसा, प्रोवायडींग मशिनी प्रोवायड केल्ले आसा आनी तांकां सेपरेटली आमी ऑर्डर्सूय प्रोवायड करता. म्हणजे आमी मशीन दिल्लें आसा तांकां स्कील डेवलपमेंटान इन कोलॅबोरेशन विथ स्कील डेवलपमेंट दे हॅव ऑल्सो हेल्प्ड अस इन गेटींग द ट्रेनींग डन फॉर देम. सो आज आमचे कडेन मॅडम सोनाली आसा हांगा, तांकां तेंची एक हांगा तांकां सगळें कितें मिस्टेक जाता किंवा सारकी गायड करपाक आसा. सो सिन्स इतले म्हयने, एक 2-3 म्हयने आमचो सारको ट्रेनींग चल्लोलो, वेरीन दे वर ट्रेन्ड प्रॉपरली. बिकॉज these are all, if you see this machine, these are all high speed machines, and high speed machines are not something which you can तू पेडलाचे जे मशीन यूज करता तशें काय यूज करू शकना. यू नीड सम कायंड ऑफ गायडन्स एंड सम कायंड ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, बिकॉज हांगा इट इज ऑल इलेक्ट्रीक एंड इट इज प्रॉपर इंडस्ट्रियल हाय स्पीड मशीन. सो दीज मशीन्स आर टू बी यूज ओनली वेन यू आर ट्रेन. सो एक 2-3 म्हयने हो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम जालो आनी आफ्टर दॅट वी मेड शुअर दॅट slowly and steadily we're giving them orders to make sure that every individual or every woman has some kind of a and making them atmanirbhar, some kind of a income and making them. आज आमच्याकडे ल्हान ऑर्डर्स आसता ते आमी सगळे जितले आसा ते फॉरवर्ड करता. इफ यू सी this particular thing, I think it is for Goa Medical College. सो जितले आमच्याकडे जितले ऑर्डर्स येतात, वी मेक शुअर दॅट वी एम्पावर द वुमन्स ओवर हियर. दिस इज अ पायलट प्रोजेक्ट वी हॅव स्टार्टेड हियर. सो इफ यू सी दिस वुमन्स ओवर हियर, दे आर नॉट ऑन सॅलरी बेसीस. हांगा कोणूच पगाराचेर अशें नासता, बिकॉज वी हॅव टू गेट अ पर्टिक्युलर ट्रेंड वेरीन पीपल आतां जाता कशें पगाराचेर आसलें की तूं आपलो बाबा टायम पळयता, सकाळी आयले तितले टायम काम केलें आनी गेली घरा. हियर मेकिंग शुअर दॅट एवरी पीस म्हणजे एवरी थिंग यू स्टीच हॅज सम व्हॅल्यू. सो इफ सपोजींग आज एक ल्हानशी मॅट्रेस करता, सो इट वील कॅरी सम कायंड ऑफ अ प्रायस. सो जितले तूं युनिट्स करतले तयार तितले तूं त्या प्रमाणे यू वील बी गेटींग इन्सेंटिवायज ऑर यू वील बी गेटींग पेड. सो असो करून आमी मॉडल सेट केला वीच देर इज नो बर्डन. सो नॉर्मली कशें आसता, वेन देर इज एनी युनीट वर्कींग ऑर रनिंग, एक कोणी चलयता तेजेर बर्डन आसता की बाबा आपलो म्हयनो काबार जालो आनी आपल्याक पगार दिवचो पडटा. सो हियर इन दीस पर्टिक्युलर इनिशिएटीव, इट इज अ पायलट प्रोजेक्ट वीच वी हॅव स्टार्टेड वेर देर इज नो बर्डन ऑन एनीबडी. एवरी इंडिविज्युअल कम्स, ते आपले बाबा जाता तितले आपूण स्टिचिंग करता आनी कितले युनिट्स तयार करता, अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट दे वील बी पेड. सो असो करून आमी हो मॉडल स्टार्ट केल्लो आसा. This particular model we are intending to almost 191 panchayats asa goyan. So seeing all these panchayats, as a pilot project we have started this. We can provide almost 20,000 20,000 jobs. 20,000 jobs means it is basically you are self-reliant. It is not, you are not dependent on somebody. तुका जेन्ना टायम मेळटा तूं घेवन हांगा पार्टली किंवा अकॉर्डिंग टू मॉर्निंग हाफ किंवा इवनिंग हाफ तुका टायम आसत जाल्यार यू कॅन कम एंड कंट्रीब्यूट एंड बेसिकली यू सी हाव मेनी युनिट्स यू कॅन प्रोड्यूस. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दॅट यू विल बी गेटींग पेड. So here there is no burden. Secondly, here whatever time you are having, sakai time तुम्ही some busy असा, so you can always choose for evening time. So evening time you can come and basically contribute and see that you are earning your livelihood. So if you see this particular initiative, Mohan sir is Honorable Minister for Panchayats and Industry. He's also been supporting right from the beginning. When I shared this particular idea, we can have this particular kind of a model over here and we can have these machines. So I said I will take the initiative first. I will give the machine from I donated this machine from initially I donated all these machines and making sure that we'll carry forward. So all this आमची हांगा ऐश्वर्या कोरगांवकर, शी इज द महिला प्रेसिडेंट ओवर हियर. शी इज लीडिंग particular this drive. So as a Mahila president, it is not only her duty to make sure that all women जितले हांगा आसा to get them and basically tell them the idea behind this. So it is not something where anybody is having a burden, everybody is coming for their own livelihood. They are जाता तितले आपण तयार करता आणि they are earning their livelihood. असोच करून आम्ही हो मॉडेल जो आसा, सो एंटायर गोवा, दिस इज माय टार्गेट टू मेक शुअर that almost 20,000 women we empower and make sure they are all that they are self-reliant, they are not dependent on anybody. So this kind of model, again honorable CM also always says that Atmanirbhar, this is what we have to make sure that we support. It is a teamwork, it is not something, it is an individual. CM म्हटले आणि things to run, we have to make sure that we support that particular movement or we support that particular program what he has designed. So Atmanirbhar, making sure that all these women become Atmanirbhar, we have taken this initiative to start this particular kind of a program. And after this, we are also looking forward to execute something like this in other villages also. So we have almost 191 villages in Goa, panchayats in Goa. So if every panchayat take an initiative की बाबा त्यांचे महिला president असतात त्यांनी initiative घेतले की बाबा okay I will take care of this. Take care of like there is no financial burden नसता. So it is just that to overlook everything, त्यांनी जर responsibility घेतली, orders हाडून दिवपाचे, कितें हाडून दिवपाचे. See today I'll make sure that things are working because we have got so many orders that we can easily facilitate over here. Why do we get it from outside? आमकां भायल्यान हाडपाची गरजच ना. Being inspired from the kind of schemes which is implemented by government of Goa, under the leadership of Dr. Pramod Sawant, we take the initiative to support that particular schemes and programs. Because if we don't support as an individual, then who will support? And if we as a businessman, if we don't support, then how do an individual cannot make a change? It has to be basically a teamwork. And I totally support the kind of ideology which Dr. Pramod Sawant has, that is being Atmanirbhar. That is the key, and where we can lead towards the success. Because here, if we are not Atmanirbhar, we are always dependent on something or the other. Tailoring, if you go to see, there is no garment industry. If you go to see, there are hardly any garment industry in Goa. Now, how these basically garment industries cannot function is basically because they are on payroll, and payroll, if you have it on payroll, they are not productive. Wherein in Solapur and Kolhapur and other cities, they are on per piece basis. So whatever you manufacture, you have been paid for that particular thing. So we have to follow this kind of trend where the more you work harder, you get paid better. So this is the kind of trend which we need to follow. So if you see this people over here, they have been working tirelessly from almost around 2-3 months of training they had, and now they are already starting. So whatever orders we get, we make sure that we push it here and getting it made from them. So if you see this we have a in charge also here, Ujjwala. So she is also there. She is basically leading this particular thing, in terms of guiding them. And if you see this is a beautiful doctor's gown. What they have stitched. So जशी orders आमच्याकडे येता, so we give it to these ladies and they get it made for us. So this is the kind of program which we want to carry forward to all other panchayats also. We will move forward giving applications to other panchayats also for this kind of a program, and we will go ahead with this.
थँक्यू. वेल आम्ही ऐकला तुमकां आनी कोणेय सपोर्ट केल्लेलो आहा त्या बद्दल सांगा.
सो आफ्टर फर्स्ट आमी जेन्ना मशिनां दिली हांगा अरावंड एक 15 मशीन्स आमी जेन्ना हांगा डोनेट केली. आफ्टर दॅट कायंड ऑफ प्रोग्राम इवन थ्रू CSR activities also we got lot of after seeing the setup they also found that why can't we contribute to such a thing. So even after this particular initiative when we started, even Coca-Cola has now sponsored 100 machines, and the idea behind it is basically to give these machines to once a person is completely trained in terms of what we are looking for. Supposing say we have got around 50 items with us which is on a regular basis we are manufacturing. So once the person is trained, they can basically sit at home also and basically give that kind of productivity. Because they are being paid for whatever you produce or whatever you manufacture, you have been paid for that. So there is no kind of a timeline or anything particularly for this. So अशेंच करून आमी जितले आतां हे केल्ले आसा इनिशिएटीव, आफ्टर अ सर्टन पीरियड ऑफ टायम वी विल बी ऑल्सो हॅविंग if you see the extension part also under the leadership of Honorable Minister for Industries, he is also extended his support to see that we have an additional area for accommodate more than 100 machines to empower this women, because after this initiative started, more and more people are also joining. So this kind of movement we need to, this kind of energy, this kind of program, we need to make sure that every panchayat kind of adapts to this particular program and basically give us a space, or even we are ready. Basically, if any panchayat wants to give us a space, we will see that there a machine setup is done through CSR or through my whatever contribution I can do. I will make sure that I will do in terms of donating machines, and also through CSR activities we can do. As Coca-Cola has given 100 machines now, after seeing our setup, they have given 100 machines to make sure that more and more women can be trained. So this is it. Now if you see, there are people who are just showing 2 machines, 2 pedalaची मशीनां दाखयली आणि वुमन एम्पावरमेंट केलं. हाऊ डू यू एम्पावर वुमन इफ यू आर हॅव्हिंग अ ग्रुप ऑफ 50 पीपल? 2 मशीनां दाखवून हाऊ मेनी मशीन म्हटले त्यांचा आख्खो दीस वेस्ट जालो फक्त ते शिकून. सी, if you really need to teach something, you need to give them practice, and to give practice you need machines. You cannot be showing them something and it is as good as seeing a video. So through a medium of video, you cannot see that. Through a medium of video, you cannot learn something unless and until you have got practical example, practice on it. So making sure that this kind of women empowerment programs also needs kind of a setup where they can practice this, and we are looking for something which is result oriented. Only empowering will not work. Making sure that only empowering as in only training them will not work. Making sure that after they are trained, to give them jobs and basically see that they are practiced, and then basically see that they are they are earning their daily bread and butter for it.
मॅडम तुमचें नाव सांगात.
हांव उज्वला कांबळी.
मॅडम, ज्या प्रमाणे हांगा आतां शिवींग मशिनां घातलेलीं आहा, आनी जशें सर्वेश बाबान सांगलें की 2 मशिनां दिवन 50 जाणांक शिकोवच्या पेक्षा चड मशिनां घालून सगळ्यांकूच ह्या उद्योगांत फुडें सरपाक, म्हणजे ही जी कल्पना जी हाडलेली आहा त्या बद्दल सांगात.
ही कल्पना एकदम बरी आसा की 2 मशिनां दिवन 50 जाणां काम करूंक शकना. सो सरान त्या प्रमाणे सांगलां की मशिनां प्रोवायड केल्या, त्या भशेन बायलां आमी हाडून दवरल्या हांगा शिकपाक. आमी 2-3 म्हयने जाल्यार फाटलीं बायलांक शिकयता. बायलांक आमी ट्रेन केली सारकी. ट्रेन करूनच आमी सर आतां ऑर्डर दितात, आमी स्टार्ट केल्या ऑर्डरीक येवपाक. सो हांव गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन मागता, जशें आमकां मोवीन सरान आमकां बायलांक कशी ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी दिल्या करपाक, काम करपाक. हांगा बायलां खूब येयल्या पळय, हांगा शिकपाकूय येता, काम करपाकूय येता. तशेंच आमकां गव्हर्मेंटान ऑर्डर दिवपाच्यो, जे करून की बायलां आमची आनी काम करतलीं आनी बायलां सगळीं आमची फुडें सरतलीं.
ओके. ज्या प्रमाणे इतकी लेडीज येयलेली हांगा आनी तुमी तांकां ट्रेनींग दिता त्या बद्दल सांगात.
सोनाली शिंदे. हांव तांकां ट्रेनींग कितें तांकां शिकता तांकां हांव सांगता. कळीत आतां 2-3 म्हयने जाले आतां ती फुकट जालेली आसा आनी गव्हर्मेंटान तांकां ऑर्डरी करचे. ती हुशार आसात, करतात.
ओके, थँक्यू.